What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right. So, Ben Simmons has shown once again, why he will go down as the biggest failure in the history of the NBA. Okay? We've had players in the past who haven't lived up to expectations. We've had the Greg Odens, and we've had the Brandon Roys, we've had the Larry Johnsons, but their issue was injuries. When they were healthy, they played up to the level that we expected, no matter how brief it was. We've had some players who didn't live up to expectations. The closest that we've had to a Ben Simmons in the generation I grew up in the 90s, as far as watching basketball, was Derek Coleman. Derek Coleman did play, I think, something like 14 or 15 years. I think he played 15 years. But the first couple of years, he did play like an all-star. He showed that potential. But his issue was, he just was not disciplined, man. And let me say this. I don't want to hear mental health as an excuse for why he's failed. Just because you have mental health issues is not an excuse for mediocrity or failure. It is not. Abraham Lincoln, no matter how you feel about him, from a context of today, Abraham Lincoln suffered from mental health issues. And he went on to become, arguably, the greatest president in the history of this country. Winston Churchill, who inspired his nation to fight against the Nazis and the Axis powers, suffered from mental health issues. Princess Diana suffered from mental health issues. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. suffered from mental health issues. As a matter of fact, when he was younger, there's evidence to show that he tried to commit suicide because he battled mental health issues. But I think we saw he went on to absolute greatness. It is not an excuse to fail because you suffer from mental health issues. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of hearing that bullshit every day on television. All you're doing is coddling an entire generation to fail and to accept it. Let me say this. There's nothing wrong with failing. There's nothing wrong with failing and not achieving your goals. But to quit and give up time and time again, and to also let other people around you down, is not acceptable. The way that Ben Simmons quit on his team against the Pistons the other day, I think it was Thursday, was disgusting. I didn't know the knee bone was connected to the nose bone. He gets grazed on the nose by the fingertips of the man he was guarding. He grabs his nose like he just got punched in the face by a prime Sonny Liston jab, and then walks out of the arena unassisted, even though he supposedly is so hobbled by knee soreness that he had to leave the game. And it's also the reason why apparently he's not playing tonight. But I wouldn't be surprised if tonight, he might, slip into a club like this in disguise and party night away and doing the percolator. Well, I guess I'm dating myself saying the percolator, but doing whatever the hell is the equivalent of the percolator today, even though he got sore knees and shit. Get this motherfucker the fuck up out of here. He's a fucking disgrace. But you know what? The Brooklyn Nets deserve this, though, after what they try to do to Kyrie Irving. It's funny how the media works. They try to ruin Kyrie Irving's career because he shared a link of a movie that nobody heard of that was 4 years old, And I never saw such a round of fake outrage. A lot of it had to do with the fact that they thought that Kyrie Irving was this uppity, nigga that got away with not taking the elixir. He didn't fall in line. And one thing that a lot of people in this country cannot stand is a nigga that don't fall in line. So they did everything they could to try to make him fall in line. So they concocted. And niggas in the media went along with it. I don't forget, man. Some of y'all might forget over time and let people back into, man, fuck them niggas, man. Why you think I'm so hard on LeBron now? I was kind of easing up on him. Remember, I was giving him praise when he went after Robert Sarver. But once he threw Kyrie Irving on the bus to save his own ass because he didn't want to really answer that question, I said, okay. He didn't have to do that. He had a prepared answer in his mind. Please ask me about Kyrie so I can throw him on the bus so y'all can leave me alone. Okay. All right, LeBron, I'll never forget that. And some of these other dudes. But anyway, Ben Simmons, his career will be over in a little bit. An owner would have to be a complete idiot to want his services now. A complete idiot. But it's karma for the Nets. Now you can't get rid of this guy. That's what happens when you do wrong to people. But it's funny, like I just said, that the whole media went after Kyrie Irving, but kept giving this guy a pass. Kept giving him a pass for his disloyalty. Kept giving him a pass for his selfishness. Kept giving him a pass for not being accountable and living up to your contract. Look, I know people like to look at it from the player perspective, but imagine if you got someone on the contract working for you. Let's say you live in a cold region of the country, and you got someone who you paying out of your fucking pocket. You got someone you're paying out of your pocket to shovel snow on your property. And they only show up 30% of the time when you need them. And even when they show up, they do a half-ass job. And then they got the nerve to come to you and complain that they need to make more money. Man, I bust his goddamn head wide open that goddamn shovel. You'll get the hell off my property. But that's how I look at Ben Simmons. I'm sorry, bro. I just don't have no respect for this dude, man. None. I don't have any respect for this dude. He never wanted to be great. He defrauded. He defrauded the NBA, to be honest with you. And like I said, I hope they come out with a rule specifically named after him that's going to be in every player's contract from now on, and it's going to have to deal with games played and missing games and not being paid for it and using mental health as excuses, and you got to prove this and that. I just hope they name a lot of shit after Ben Simmons and maybe to an extent Kawhi Leonard. So these two dudes will be stigmatized like the steroid motherfuckers. Yep, I sure do. Fuck these motherfuckers. I'm a fan. I'm not a fan of this shit going on right now, man. It don't have to make you pro-owner either. I'm pro-game. There has to be a balance, man. And things have gotten too far out of whack. It's gotten too far out of whack, man. It's to a point now where the stars in the NBA are missing half the damn season. And then spending time that they are playing acting like they're supposed to be ranked higher than the... Man, get out of here, man. You got people in the media telling me this dude got to be ranked higher than that dude. Man, get out of here. But anyway, that's all I got to say about it.